Hello, everybody. Welcome to Vera, Martha, Carrie, and Mike's website about diffusion of innovation. Our website, first of all, this is our home page. Now I'm going to take you to this. This is the summary page of Rogers' theory. So Rogers was basically, he was a professor of communication studies, and in 1962 he was he lived in Iowa, and he lived with a bunch of farmers, and he was interested in studying how different hybrid seed corns were spread. So he was doing his PhD at the time, so he developed a theory about how innovations get diffused. So basically, he had a five-step process of how innovation gets diffused. First, people acquire the knowledge of it, then they're persuaded about the advantages of it, they make a decision about the innovation, then they implement it, and then they're confirmed. There are four main elements in the spread of this idea: the actual innovation itself, the communications channels it's used, the time it takes, and the social system that it exists within. He classified five different types of people that will fall within the innovation categories. These are the innovators, early adopters, early majority, late majority, and laggards. The innovators are those people, you probably know some that are always up on technology. They have the latest, greatest gadget. They're about 2.5% of the population. The early adopters is a bigger category. These are people who are willing to try the new products as they come out, not as soon as the innovators, but they're willing to take chances on it and find out and experiment with the different products. The early majority are the group that they don't want to get left behind, so they fall in line with the different people that are following it. And then you have the late majority, and then the laggards, as some of you probably know people like that as well, that are the last people to adopt the technology. So within the theory, okay, he defines certain things as, I'm not going to read through all the definitions, but he looks at how different innovations get spread, how the communication channels are used. Mass media is the fastest and most efficient, but it's not always the most effective. What he found the most effective is through people's individual contacts with people. He used different terms like change agents or innovators. And these are the people that, or opinion leaders, these are the people that more people are likely to listen to through word of mouth, or people that have tried the certain innovations. Innovations can be spread fast or they can be spread slow, depending on many different factors. But he plotted it over an S-shaped graph. So different innovations that go out quickly have a quicker, steeper curve, right, where others have a slower sloping curve as well. There's different types of decisions that are made within innovation. There's the optional innovation decision, where it's made completely independent of someone else. There's the authority innovative, where somebody forces you to implement the innovation. And then there's the collective innovation, where things are made as a group. So that's the foundation part. Some characteristics of innovation, okay? One major characteristic is the relative advantage of an innovation. Something has to be shown to have an advantage over what they're using previously to be effective. Otherwise, they're not going to use it. Compatibility, this is something, have to be consistent with what they're using already. It can't be too far out of their comfort zone for them to, otherwise they're not going to adopt it. It has to be easy. It has to be user-friendly. So I'm sure we can all relate to things we're using with computers. If it's not user-friendly, your chances of using it on a permanent basis are pretty slim. Trialability. Can you try it a little? Can you try a sample of it? Can you try one little subset of it? And then observability. Can you observe the results of it as well? Okay, and then here are the different categories. I talked about those a minute ago. So within the teacher examples, all four of us come up with different examples we use within our school or educational setting, okay? So you can read through these. Martha has a really good example, so does Carrie. Vera's example is good as well. And then here's my example. Okay, so we're also talking about the tipping point. Those of you who have read Malcolm Gladwell's book probably familiar with this. At a certain point, something is going to there's enough people that are going to use it, and that thing gets tipped into the balance of majority where everybody is going to use it as well. Okay, so there's also there's a quiz we did as well. Okay, so you can answer some stuff about there, and then we have a feedback mechanism at the end, so you can give your opinion on this sort of thing. I hope you've enjoyed our website. Thank you very much.